Are you trying to get pregnant and wondering if what you're doing is working, or if you want to see if your body is ready to conceive? Do you ever wonder if your body is balanced? Well, today I'm going to share with you a tool that you can use to see if your body is balanced and ready to receive. I am Denise Noyer-Erez, and my patients call me the Fertility Godmother. Hello, everybody. Good to see you on there. Uh, Please feel free to comment and say hello if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them. But I am the Fertility Godmother, and I get to help women and couples get their bodies balanced, ready, and healthy to have a healthy baby. I have been coming up now pretty soon, 17 years of celebrating my practice and working with women and couples just like yourself. And it is the most rewarding work I could ever do. Hey, Haley! Uh, and, because I get to see this amazing transformation of these women that come into my practice sharing their tears, their frustration, their pain. And I get to see that transform into these happy, joyous smiles and full of love. And it just is so, so fulfilling and warms my heart. So today I get to share with you one of these tools that you can use for yourself. Have you heard of the basal body temperature chart? Well, I use it a lot in my clinic quite often, and it really gives you tons of information about your body. So it really can help you all see, though, as well, as if you are moving in the right direction, and to see if the tactics that you're using are really helping you get your body ready. You can actually see if everything is moving. So I really like to use them as a comparison, like from month to month, to make sure that things are going in the right way. So that's a tip for you if that's something that is interesting to you, to measure results. I love to measure results. So, but if you're someone who, taking a basal body temperature chart is stressing you out, then this isn't going to be for you. But if you're somebody that likes to track that progress and really wants to understand what your body is telling you, this is an amazing tool. Okay, so first, what you're going to do is, I'm supposed to pause this, turn that off, sorry. So first, what you're supposed to do is, very first thing in the morning, you're going to take that thermometer, you're going to put it under your tongue. You can also insert it into the vagina. Whichever you choose to do, whatever you're most comfortable doing, is what you're going to do when you're consistently. So consistency is the key, right? So first thing you do before you roll over and hug your honey, take the dog out, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do, you're going to take the 30 seconds and stick the thermometer under your tongue, take your temperature, and then you're going to jot it down. Okay, so it's important, if you can, to try to take your temperature around the same time every day, because that's going to give you the most consistent pattern. But if you don't, if you feel like sleeping in, or you have an erratic schedule, then you just need to jot down what time you did take it, so that you can make the adjustments accordingly. Because if you do sleep in, most likely your temperature is going to be a little bit higher. So then you just need to make a mental note of it. Oh, it rose because I slept in, instead of something else is going on inside your body. So that can just make a big difference. So you want to do that, okay? What you're looking for when you do these basal body temperatures is you're actually looking for a pattern. So you should have a basic pattern. So I don't have one to show you. Sorry, but you're going to have, you take it on a temperature chart, and there's a lot of great apps out there as well to help you, but I always need to see it on paper to see the whole pattern of it. So you'll have a baseline pattern, like before in your menstrual cycle to right before you ovulate, and it's going to be a little bit of a lower temperature in the follicular phase there. So you should see a little bit of a pattern, not too much movement in there. It would be normal. And then you'll have a little dip, and then you have a spike, and then the temperature should stay up. So that dip and spike, that's when you're ovulating. But you don't really know you're ovulating. The problem with the basal body temperatures is you don't know that you're ovulating until after you've ovulated. But it's going to give you, again, like information. So it's really used for information. And then the temperature should really stay up, right? Up higher, at least 5 degrees. more, sometimes more is better, but and you want it to stay up for a good 14 days after ovulation. So ideally, you're getting, you know, the 14 days follicular phase from your period to ovulation. You're ovulating around, actually getting your dip and spike around day 14, 15. And then you're getting the nice consistent luteal phase where the temperature is going to stay up higher. So when you do this, you can see a lot of different things if you're paying attention also to the signs of your body. So I believe your body tells you what you need to know. So you just have to kind of tap into that. So let's talk about what that means. Okay, so if you are, you know, ovulating early, then you're going to want to see a correction. You're going to want to see that follicular phase lengthen so that you can ovulate closer to day 13, 14. And you are going to also want to, same thing for the luteal phase, you can be able to track, or the post-ovulation phase, you can track how many days your cycle is after ovulation. Is it too short? Is it just the right length? You know, what's going on in that area, because that's going to give you some really specific information. The other thing you can track is, you know, are you having any pain or sensations during your menstrual cycle? How severe are they? How long do they last? And what do you think it's telling you, those pains, right? Is it an ovulation pain? Can you tell which side you're ovulating on? Is it a pain right before your period? What's going on inside your body? You can really kind of hone in and pinpoint what's going on. What are those pains and sensations? And then the other thing that's really helpful, I've seen with a lot of the women that I've worked with, it's such great insight, is, you know, you're paying attention to also your fertile mucus, right? That's that stretchy mucus that comes out during your ovulation, and it's that egg white stretchy, and that you want to have like an abundant amount of that during the time of ovulation. Sometimes when you're doing these basal body temperatures, you can actually get that information before, like sometimes I've seen women, they've had the fertile mucus and then they ovulate it. So you need to get that in sync. You need to get that at the right time. It's going to be really important for you to adjust that, so you can do things to correct that if that's the case. Or, you know, because you definitely want to have the different phases of that, and you don't want to be dry. You want to have a nice, you know, juicy, nice, good blood flow, all that stuff going on during the time of your ovulation, so that the embryo can implant, everything's looking good. So those are some things that are really important and that can be corrected. The other thing is, you want to pay attention to how many days do you bleed in your menstrual cycle, and what color is the blood. And those are going to be some really key things for you to pay attention to as well, because it can really help you know you want to have at least 3 or 4 days. 4 is the best days of bleeding, and you want to have an ample amount, right? Because your body has to be able to produce a lot of blood to nurture a baby. So you want to see some changes in that if you're only bleeding a couple days and it's real scanty. And if it's your period is more than 4 days, if you have like a 7-day cycle, then that's something you're going to want to shorten, right? You don't want to have this long 7-day menstrual cycle. It's too much, too long. So those are some things, some really key things that you can look at. And you could look at that, you know, from month to month to see if there's been any changes. And that way you know that what you're doing is working. So one thing I've seen in the luteal phase is sometimes, you know, let me go back. I want to go back to the ovulation phase. So a lot of times you're supposed to get a little dip and then a spike up. So sometimes it kind of creeps up, right? So that's kind of a cue that says, all right, maybe you're not getting this really strong ovulation. So that would be something you want to work on. So that would be some really key information for you. Or sometimes you go up, but then you don't stay up. You kind of drop early, even if you're cycle, and you kind of go up and down. You know, so that tells you some more information. So those are common patterns, and you can correct them. So I know this is not a science, but it's really such an amazing tool, and it's so fun to look at when you're seeing the changes and you're seeing the progression, because it's a process. You're getting your body ready. It takes some time it takes some time to happen, right? Just like I always give the example of the fingernail being lost. It takes time to grow that fingernail out. It takes time for your body to heal. It takes time to get you ready. That's why it's really important to make sure that you do the right preconception care and take care of yourself. Some other things is I wanted to share with you is, let's see here. I'm looking at my notes. I think I got everything. So there you go. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover about the basal body. Oh yes, no, I missed it. Here it is. Things you need to, I thought I had a feeling that, here we go. Things you need to know that can alter the temperature. Okay, so this is very sensitive. Remember, it's not a science. But if you've had a lot of stress, if you've had some alcohol the night before, if you had a rough night sleeping, those are going to change your temperature readings. So you just make a little note on that on the chart so that you can see, so it makes sense. So if the chart does seem more erratic than it technically should be, you go, oh, well, I had a headache that night, or that day before, and maybe that's why my temperature's off. So it's important you can make those associations. It's not always such a problem. So remember, your body tells you everything that you need to know. Just start paying attention to it. All right. So if you like this video today, and then that means you're going to love the next video that I'm going to do week after week. And I would love it if you would just comment and share with me something so that I can continue to give massive value. I really want to support you week after week. And if you can please send this video to one friend and give us a thumbs up, that would be great. That'll help me keep coming back and helping you and giving you this massive value. And actually, if you would like to see how I can help you, please go ahead and we can do a free 20-minute consultation. You can go to my website or call the office. Or actually, you can even type the word consult here, and my Fertility Godmother bot will help take care of that for you. So thank you for joining me today. Here's to your fertility. We'll see you next week. Make sure to comment and share with me how I can add more value to you, because I really want to just add value to you for free. And if you would like to know how we could work together, again, you can just comment with the word consult, and we'll see you next time. Here's to your fertility. Bye-bye.